A lot of times when we're overcome by a powerful emotion, we want them to go away. Sometimes the automatic response is to suppress the emotion out of fear, out of embarrassment, out of shame. But really, emotions are vital. They tell us a lot about our surroundings and how to best move forward. They send signals to the mind and to the body for action. So say if you are scared or fearful, it could tell your body to run. It could tell you to get out of there. If you're feeling sad, it could signal that it's time for you to slow down and that healing is needed. Or if you're feeling a great sense of love, it could tell you that, you're safe here and that you're able to really show your true self and foster a genuine connection. But how do we best utilize these emotions in the most effective way? So the best way that I found to do this is to learn how to better recognize, process, and express these feelings once you've reached a state where you are a bit more calm and can respond with a more level head, which is, of course, much, much, much easier said than done, especially in the heat of the moment. So here are 5 signs that you might be acting out of emotion and that it might be beneficial for you to take a step back and process your emotions prior to moving forward. First one is that you play the blame game. You are very dead set in that everyone else has done you wrong and you have done everything perfectly. And by nature, that's just a bit of a fallacy because we're humans, we're imperfect, we make mistakes. And being able to come to a disagreement or an argument with the mindset that maybe I did something wrong here is definitely something more of a constructive way to go about it. And if you're acting out of rage, if you're acting out of anger, oftentimes that won't be the dialogue you have. Number 2 is that you're hearing rather than listening. And I have a video on how to better listen, which I'll link above. But in short, you're kind of really listening to respond at this point. You're not really listening to truly grasp and understand where the other person is coming from. You're kind of maybe using that information that they give you as ammo to, strengthen your points and shoot them back at them. So that might be something to keep an eye out for. Number 3 is your focus is trying to get back at them, trying to create the same feeling that they instilled in you back to them. And the saying of 2 wrongs don't make a right really holds true here. In a state where you're acting out of emotion, you would not be able to realize that, that sort of retaliation, that sort of response really doesn't help anyone. Number 4 is the solution is out of focus. So you're very, very set on just mulling over the details of what had happened and how it made you feel, which kind of ties into the first one of you playing the blame game. And this isn't to say that you're not allowed to express your emotions. You definitely are. There's a time and place and a way to effectively do that. But if you're constantly focusing on the negative and not really, striving to work with this person to come to a resolution or a better way to move forward, that might be a sign that your emotions you're running away with your emotions at that point. And then 5 is that there is no pause between intense emotion and action. So think of the last time you experienced a really intense emotion and you acted on it immediately. Chances are it probably wasn't the best decision. What I'm trying to say is that oftentimes when we're acting from a very emotional mind, it's not a logical one. And, though emotions tell us and give us direction on how to best respond to a situation, if it's a really intense one, sometimes that reaction or that emotional response will elicit something in you that even you yourself don't recognize. If I can think back on the really intense emotions that I've felt before in the past, especially in previous relationships, those are just definitely experiences that I cringe about and wish that I hadn't done. And had I realized that I was acting out of emotion, maybe I could have avoided that. So those are 5 signs that you might be acting out of emotion, and that stepping back and processing them might be beneficial to you for your mental health and also for the people around you and the relationships that you have. So let me know if you've seen any of these signs in your behaviors before. If there are any signs that aren't included on this list, would love to know. I hope you found it helpful. So yeah, until next time, I'll talk to you later. Bye.